On May 18, 2018, Santa Fe ISD in Santa Fe, Texas suffered a terrible tragedy as a result of a school shooting at our high school where 10 lives were lost and 13 were injured. Our hearts were broken and our lives in many ways were changed forever. We all want to work together to do everything possible to provide the very best learning environment for our students and staff in Santa Fe ISD. Safety has always been important and a priority for us in Santa Fe ISD. We've always had a multi-hazard emergency operation plan that we've reviewed every year. We've done training. Our law enforcement is well-trained, well-equipped. All of those measures were in place prior to a tragedy.
Our challenge is to provide a safe, quality education for the students here. With safety in schools, you're not comparing apples to apples across school districts. Each school district has its own individual look, and they have needs accordingly.
Considering the many measures we had in place prior to a tragedy and an incident, we have definitely added and increased and enhanced our safety measures since. Some of the safety measures include 14 full-time officers, 9 part-time officers, 10 safety security assistants, real-time video monitoring, Raptor, which is a screening visitor system, and 19 metal detectors, 9 at the high school, 6 at junior high, 2 at each elementary school, facial recognition software, assessments and audits, CRAZE training, which is a civilian response active shooter training, mental health support, some behavioral specialists. Knowing that we had not ignored safety. Safety was on the radar and was definitely important to us, always been important to us. When you actually have to use it, it becomes very different and very real, and then it becomes very urgent, and you become very determined to make sure that you've done everything you can possibly do.
Having a student at school feel safe is paramount to the learning process. If they don't feel safe in the classroom, their mind is not on task. At the high school, we have a secure vestibule at the front of the building where the car riders arrive, reinforced with bullet-resistant glass, and there's several walk-through metal detectors there. We have 3 simultaneous stations at the high school, one for car drop-offs, one for the student drivers, and one at the rear of the building where the buses drop off.
We can show very quickly that within a 20-minute time frame in 3 open locations of metal detectors that we can get over 1,400 students through those metal detectors.
Junior high pretty much mirrors the process, and at the elementary schools we don't screen the students, just visitors to campus.
I think the whole security system in totality, the whole multi-layered, I think there's not one piece of equipment that's a be-all, end-all. It's everything put together. It's hurdles, if you will. If someone wants to break the security, they have to go over all these hurdles. So as many as you can put into place, make it more difficult, I think the better.
I would say to comply to the new safety procedures, it's very easy, and I know we coped with it very well. Me and the other students, I think we know we have to go through it every day, so we've adapted pretty well. I just hand them my phone and keys and just walk right through.
It's not really difficult at all. I mean, they've made it really simple for us to do. It's a very easy process in the morning to come in, very easy process to get out. Probably 2 minutes to get a whole team through those metal detectors when we come in, so it's really efficient. The number one thing that makes me feel more safe is the metal detectors, just knowing that really nothing's getting through those in the morning. You can't get anything through there.
I feel extremely blessed that our school has implemented these new security measures to protect our children.
Having the opportunity to know that there's some real safety procedures in place helps me as a parent feel better about him coming to school every day.
It's a partnership between you and the school, so know what they're doing. Be aware of what your kids are doing. Be aware of what the school is doing. Know the teachers, know the parents, know the superintendent, know the coaches. Effective communication with our school community establishes a partnership, but also benefit the school learning environment as far as keeping our stakeholders updated, informed, and involved, which ultimately results in student success.
I think school boards and school board members no matter what size district, no matter where, they need to be transparent in their thinking. They need to be willing to listen. And one thing that I particularly have learned and our board has learned is you need to talk not only to parents, but you need to talk to the students. It's quite evident that if a person is scared to go to school, they are not going to do well, they're not going to perform well in the learning environment. We as board members, parents, the community cannot get in the way of these children and make sure that they have what they need to be successful in school. We have to make sure that we have enhanced the learning environment as such to where safety and security doesn't get in the way of the learning environment. Now, school boards that have not had the tragedy still have a responsibility to make it known what they need in both changes in the law, clarifications in the law, or in funding. Our administration has done an outstanding job of providing the information for us to take forward and tell our story at both the state and national level, trying to make a difference in our community and across this state and this country.